the second half of this chapter is, I think, easier than the first half. So you guys rock the first half. I think you're going to be fine in the second half. The only difference between the quiz you just took and the test is there's one other type of question that we have to answer. And that's it. Area of a triangle. That's all we're doing. So we're solving triangles, and then we got to find the area of a triangle. What is our problem with these triangles, though? Can't use Pythagorean theorem, can't use SOHCAHTOA, right? Because we don't have right angles. So, what is your basic area of a triangle formula? 1/2 base times height. Now, I don't know why the book chose this letter, but I'm just going to go with it for the sake of consistency. We have to have a letter that we can talk about and use. Let's use this as the area of the triangle. We can't use capital A because that's already used right now, right? So what other letter do you think the book says, let's use this to represent area of a triangle? It is. It's K. Why K? I don't know. Does it make sense? Nope. It is. It's a really dumb letter to pick for this, but they went with K, so we're going to go with K. So the formula that we've always used, and it's still a good formula, of 1/2 base times height, is a good formula, but there's a problem with it. Why can't we use it for this? We don't have the height. So, can we come up with something that would equal the height? Now, here's the thing about the 1/2 base times height. Which side is the base? Not the biggest. It's whatever side your height is perpendicular to. So in this drawing, side B would be the base. If I take this exact same drawing, I'll make it smaller. And actually, I'm going to do this first. I'm going to get rid of, come on, go back in time. There we go. All right. So in this, let's do this 3 different times. We'll make it a little smaller. We'll go copy paste. Boop. And then we'll go like that. Yes, sound effects are absolutely necessary. Okay? And then we'll copy paste. Oh, get out of the way. There we go. And then we got to rotate. Like so. All right, we all agree, same exact triangle, right? 3 different ways. So, if this is the height that you use, side B would be your base. If, now I kind of drew one that kind of looks like a right angle, but we'll say this is your height, then what side is your base? Side A is now your base. If this is your height, what's your base? Side C. So any side could be your base. And all 3, the height becomes a different measurement, right? So we actually can come up with different formulas depending on what height you want to use and what base. Let's go with the easy one. How could we find H? What angle could we possibly use to find H? A or C, okay? So from A, what trig function could I use? Sine, cosine, or tangent to come up with something that would use for H. Sine, because we can't really use adjacent because this side, that B got cut, so we don't want to use that. We definitely want to use this side C over here, right? So what would, how could I find H? Sine of A would equal H over C. So I could say sine of A would equal H over C, which means when I butterfly, H would equal C times the sine of A. Yes? Great. Let's plug that into this. So one of my formulas, what side right now am I using for the base? B. And what would I plug in for H? C sine of A. So one formula that I could use to find the area of any triangle is 1/2 times side B times sine C times the sine of angle A. Using a height, the formula changes a little bit because I just use a different angle and I'm using a different side as my base. Another formula would be 1/2. Well, instead of using angle A, I may end up with angle B, and then side A would be my base. What other side do you think I'm going to use? Side C. And it's all just multiplication. So this is another formula. What do you think the third formula would be? 1/2 times side A times side B times the sine of angle C. How could we easily remember these? A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It is a good sign. Yeah. We could. But yeah, they all have an A, a B, and a C. A, a B, and a C. A, B, C. Two sides, one angle. It's always got to have the 1/2. So, if your formulas are this, and this is basically what you have to know. You have A times B times the sine of angle C. You have 1/2 AC sine of B, and you have 1/2 BC sine of A. You always have these choices. My question to you then, what case do you need to know in order to find the area of a triangle then? When it comes to like sides, whatever. Where is side, so if this is angle C, where's side A and side B? Side A would be here, side B would be here. What case would it be? Side, angle, side. Where is side A, side C, and angle B? Well, side A is here, side C is here, angle B is here. This would be side, angle, side. Or BC sine of A. BC sine of A, again, is side, angle, side. You have to get to the point, you have to have side, angle, side. So if you are given angle A is 60, side B is 15, side C is 12. And I just said, find the area of the triangle. What would I do? 1/2 times 15 times 12 times the sine of 60. And I would grab my calculator. What? I got this? Appreciate it. Appreciate the vote of confidence. I would make sure I'm in the right mode. The way I type it in, because typing in the 1 divided by 2 is kind of weird. I just type in 0.5 times 15 times 12 times the sine of 60, and bingo bango, there is the area of my triangle. It is really that easy. Simple? Are you always going to be given side, angle, side though? What do you think you would have to do then if I gave you 50, 30, and 10. What do you mean? Well, I got to start solving the triangle. What information do I need? I could find side A, right? And if I had side A, would I have side angle side? I could do that. Or I could do B, and I would have side angle side here. Does it matter? No. It absolutely does not matter. You'll get the exact same answer. You just got to start solving the triangle a little bit. So these two add up to 80. This has to be 100. So how would I find one of them? Well, this is angle side angle, which means, how do I solve it? Law of sines. So I could do sine of 100 is to 10 as sine of your choice. What do you want to do? 30? Okay. So 30 goes with B. So I start solving that triangle. And I would do 10 times the sine of 30, which is a half, which is 5. Divide that by sine of 100. And I would get B is at 5.07. So this is 5.07. So what do I type in my calculator to find the area of this triangle? 1/2. What two sides would I use? The 10 and the 5.07 times the sine of which angle? 50. It always has to be side angle side. So these are the three that I would use to find the area of that triangle. Bam. There is the area of that triangle, 19.44. Make sense? If I would have chosen to find side A and then typed in 1/2 10 times this times the sine of 30, I guarantee you I would get 19.44 the same answer. 100% would work. Guaranteed. Here's the question to you. Do you ever have to use the law of cosines? What are the different cases? If the goal is to find the area of a triangle, if I give you angle side angle, what are you going to use? Law of sines until I get side angle side, find the area. Angle angle side, law of sines until I get to the point of where I have side angle side, right? What about the ambiguous case? Do you think if I have two solutions, do you think I'll have two different areas? Yeah, two different triangles have two different areas. Sorry. Like it is what it is. If you have two different triangles, you have two different areas. The good news is, what law do I get to use though? Law of sines, right? So, still get to use law of sines. What about side angle side? That's a law of cosines. Do I have to do anything though? I would just find the area, wouldn't I? I don't actually have to solve it. The only one that would kind of stink right now is side, 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 right? Because yes, I would have to find an angle. The only way to find an angle would be law of cosines. So tomorrow I'm going to teach you a law for that one special case. And then that's it. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you about a guy named Aaron. Yeah. He's a really smart mathematician, but nobody knows who he is for a reason.
You can't assign homework.
Huh?
You can't assign.
I can assign homework.